Pastafrola de Dulce de Leche is a fantastic combination of not only flavors but also textures. Lemon and caramel, soft and crumbly, it's absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for the recipe to make this authentic Argentine dessert, keep watching. As stated in my previous video, the short crust pastry used to make pastafrola is called Mafalda, and it's used to make not only pastafrola but also many other Argentine desserts. It's an easy, no-roll pie crust that's soft, crumbly, buttery, and lemony. Check the description box for a link to the recipe. So the bottom crust of my pastafrola is done. I put some freshly grated lemon zest in there because, like I said, this was frozen and I wanted to have some extra lemon flavor. Behind dulce de membrillo and dulce de batata, I think probably the third most common type of pastafrola is dulce de leche. Those of you who don't know, dulce de leche is a milk caramel. It's milk and sugar that has been boiled to form like a butterscotch pudding. It's very, very delicious. So if you don't know what dulce de leche is, I highly recommend you try to find some. I will post a video on how to make it at home, and when that's up I'll put a link in the description box, but I'm using store-bought today because I just did not have time. Unlike with other pastafrolas, the dulce de membrillo or the dulce de batata, you do not have to soften this. All you have to do is just dump it into the pastafrola. However, the thing you have to be concerned about is making sure that you have thick dulce de leche. I don't know about other Latin American countries, but in Argentina there are three types: dulce de leche común, dulce de leche repostero, and dulce de leche heladero. This is repostero, it's baker's dulce de leche. It's not really runny. So if you use dulce de leche that's really runny that you can drizzle over cake, this will go everywhere when you cut it. So you want dulce de leche that at room temperature is hard like this. So now all that's left to do is to pour it into the pie shell. I'm going to do 500 grams. So I'm literally just going to turn on my scale and dump it in. So as you can see, this dulce de leche repostero is nice and thick. Do not use the type of dulce de leche that you can drizzle over ice cream or drizzle over something, because if you do, it's not going to work out. And now that the dulce de leche is in the pastafrola, I'm just going to take my spoon and smooth it out like that. Remember, the leftover dough is chilling in the refrigerator. Now would also be a good time to start preheating your oven to 350. So the dulce de leche is now in the pastafrola. Now it's time to make the lattice top. What you could do is that you could just take some dough in your hand like this and roll it into a cylinder. Basically everyone's grandma does that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually roll out some lattice work. All I'm going to do, I have some dough here, some flour on the wax paper. I'm going to make sure that there's some flour on top of this little ball of dough. I still have dough off to the side, so I'm not doing it all at once. Just doing this in small batches. Taking my dough here, and I'm going to roll it out while turning it slowly. This is immensely easier if your dough is chilled. Do not try to do this with warm dough. It's not going to work out. Mine is actually getting kind of warm, so I'm going to throw it back into the refrigerator and keep rolling it out. If you're having trouble rolling out the dough, in addition to keeping the dough chilled, Put a cutting board into the refrigerator, in my case the freezer, for a few minutes. Then put your wax paper on that. Make sure it's floured, a bit of flour on top. And then roll out the dough between two pieces of wax paper. Yes, much better. So that is one of the tricks of Argentine chefs. Chill the surface until which you're rolling out the dough. Now I'm not going to try to braid this, so I'm just going to put this right over the top, like that. Notice how I'm using the knife blade to lift the strip up off of the wax paper. That makes it a lot easier. Although it might seem like pastafrola dough is a lot of quilombo, it really isn't. The key is just to make sure that it's cold. If it gets too soft and hard to work with, put it back in the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes or roll it out on a cold cutting board. Once you know how to work with the dough, it's not hard at all. I don't have a set number of pieces or strips of dough. Just whatever I need to do. Like here I needed to cover up some places where I really had to patch together the dough, but other than that, really don't have a set number of slices. In contrast to my previous video, this time the top layer consists of full strips, not just little pieces meant to just cover the filling. This way it looks better and is more traditional, but then you might not have enough dough left over to make pepas or pepitas cookies. Honestly, this dough tastes really good and combines really well with the filling, so for the most part, the more dough, the better. Once assembled, bake at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. For more information about Argentine and Southern recipes, please visit my website, parnellthechef.com. Now is also a good time to have some dulce de leche. Considering that there's sugar in the crust, you might be afraid that a dulce de leche pastafrola would be too sweet. Although it is sweeter than with quince paste, this dulce de leche pie is incredible. The crumbly, buttery, lemony crust pairs very well with the smooth caramel filling. Honestly, what makes this really good is not only the combination of flavors, but also the combination of textures. It's not like anything else we have in the United States. Also, even though it's not exactly common, finding dulce de leche in the United States is a lot easier than trying to find dulce de membrillo or quince paste. So a dulce de leche pastafrola is much more accessible to my viewers who live in the United States. Furthermore, as you saw, it's really easy. We didn't have to soften the filling, didn't have to do anything. All we had to do was simply just open the can and scoop it out into the pie. Since this is so easy, I really hope that you try it. Once you try it, you'll understand why pastafrola is so important in Argentine culture. In fact, it's so important that Mafalda, a character from a 1960s and 1970s comic strip, is remembered for saying, "La vida no es una pastafrola." Literally, it means life is not a pastafrola, but figuratively, it means that life isn't always sweet. It has its ups and downs, and sometimes it's really hard. So even if you're going through a rough patch right now, I guarantee you that if you make a pastafrola, you'll feel better. By the way, if you like Charlie Brown and the Peanuts comic strip, I really think you'll like Mafalda. The main character is a 6-year-old girl named Mafalda, and she's surprisingly innocent and mature at the same time. A lot of what she says is both funny and profound, so if you like Charlie Brown style humor, I really think you'll like Mafalda. Although it started out as a comic strip by the cartoonist Joaquin Salvador Lavado Tejon, known by his pen name Kino, it was then developed into some shorts for Argentine television. I will leave a link below to a video with English subtitles so that you can appreciate Mafalda. In fact, she became so famous that a statue was installed in front of Kino's old home. Even though Mafalda was probably talking about a dulce de membrillo pastafrola, a pastafrola made with dulce de leche is excellent. Although I think it's perfect just like this, some people use a chocolate masa frola. In fact, I'll soon be doing a video on a Nutella pastafrola I made with a chocolate dough, so if you want to see that, stay tuned. Like I've already said, pastafrola is unlike anything we have in the United States, both in terms of taste and texture, so please give this a try. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, for more information about Argentine and Southern recipes, please visit my website, parnellthechef.com. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Once again, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!